Hi all, I am Professor Disha Shukla and I am conducting the subject wireless communication. My today's topic is repeater. So we are discussing the different techniques that we use for improving the coverage and capacity in a particular cellular system. And up till now we have seen two of them, that is cell splitting and cell sectoring. Now this is the third method, that is using the repeaters that we will be using for improving the coverage and capacity in a cellular system. So, what do you mean by repeaters? So, often it is necessary for the wireless operators to provide a dedicated coverage to the areas that are very hard to reach, such as within a building or a tunnel. Say there are different buildings, and within a building it is hard to provide the coverage. Also, a tunnel. Also, we have tunnels. So, under those tunnels, also it will be difficult to provide a coverage, but it is necessary to provide a dedicated coverage at those places too. So the radio retransmitters that are known as the repeaters are often used to provide such range extension capabilities. So the repeaters that we are discussing, those are the radio retransmitters. What do you mean by the retransmitters? They will be transmitting the whole band again, so they are known as the retransmitters. They will be used to provide such range extension capabilities. Now, repeaters are bidirectional in nature and simultaneously they send signals to and receives the signal from a serving base station. So, the repeaters are actually bidirectional. They can send and receive the signal to the serving base station. The repeaters will work using the over the air signals. So they can be installed anywhere and are capable of repeating an entire cellular or a PCB band. These repeaters that we are talking about, they can work using the over the air signal, and so they can be installed anywhere, and again they are capable of repeating the particular cellular or PCB band entirely. The repeaters, upon receiving a signal from a base station, forwards the link. The repeater amplifies and re-radiates the base station signal to the specific coverage region. Now, whenever a particular receiver is receiving a signal from a base station forward link, the repeater will amplify and re-radiate the base station signal to the specific coverage region. Unfortunately, the received noise and interference is also re-radiated by the repeater on both the forward and the reverse channel. Now, whenever a particular cell or a particular region or a receiver receives the signals, they will also be receiving the noise and interference, and unfortunately the repeaters that we are talking about, they will be re-radiating this received noise and interference, and so care must be taken to properly place the repeaters and to adjust the various forward and the reverse link amplifier levels and antenna patterns. Repeaters can be easily thought of a bidirectional bent pipes that retransmits what has been received. That is, whatever it receives, they will be retransmitting that particular thing, and they can be thought of the bent pipes, but bidirectional bent pipes. So, in practice, a directional antenna or a distributed antenna system are connected to the inputs or the outputs of the repeaters for a localized spot coverage, particularly in the tunnels or the buildings. So, generally, in the hard to reach places like the buildings or the tunnel, the repeaters for a localized spot coverage are particularly placed or connected to the directional antennas or the distributed antenna system. Now, by modifying the coverage of a serving cell, an operator is able to dedicate a certain amount of the base station's traffic for the areas that are covered by the repeater. By modifying the particular coverage of a serving cell, any operator is able to dedicate a certain amount of base station's traffic. Now, however, the repeater does not add the capacity to the system. It simply serves to re-radiate the base station signal into specific locations. Repeaters are increasingly being used to provide the coverage into and around the buildings where the coverage has been traditionally weak. Many carriers have opted to provide inbuilt wireless penetration by installing the microcells with outside of the large buildings and then installing many repeaters with the DAS networks within the buildings. Now, this approach, that is using the repeaters, it will provide immediate coverage into the targeted areas, but it does not accommodate the increase in capacity that will arise due to the increased outdoor and indoor user traffic. Now, because we are using the repeaters, it will actually retransmit that particular the particular signal that it has received. So what happens is that as we increase the repeaters, it will immediately increase the coverage into the targeted area, but what also increases together is it will increase the capacity that will arise due to the increased outdoor and indoor user traffic. Because it is transmitting the whole signal again, the indoor and the outdoor traffic increases gradually. So eventually the dedicated base station within the building will need to accommodate large number of in-building cellular user. And what happens, because the traffic increases, the base station that are dedicated for that particular building will have to accommodate the large number of in-building cellular user. Now, determining the proper location for the repeaters and the distributed antenna system within the building requires careful planning. Now, because we are supposed to place the repeaters such that the signals that are retransmitted from them can be helpful for covering a particular region that are hard to reach, it is necessary to determine a proper location to place them. So particularly due to the fact that the interference level are re-radiated into the building from the base station and from the interior of the building back to the base station. So what happens is, particularly due to this fact, the interference levels are re-radiated into the building from the base station and from the interior of the building back to the base station. So the repeaters must be provisioned to match the available capacity for serving the base station. The repeaters should be designed such that they can match the available capacity for serving the base station. And fortunately, some of the software products such as a site planner, site planner is a software that allows the engineer to rapidly determine the best placements for the repeaters and the required DAS networks, while simultaneously computing the available traffic and associated cost for the installation. So we are talking about the repeaters that will be helpful in improving the coverage and capacity in the cellular system. And to place these particular repeaters, what are repeaters? They are the devices that will be retransmitting a particular signal that they receive, anything that they receive. They are bidirectional transmitters, so they will be transmitting in two direction. And again, there it is necessary to decide where to place these repeaters, because repeaters are needed because there are certain places there where a particular signal cannot be transmitted, or it is hard to transmit those signals into a building or into a tunnel. So the solution for this is reusing the repeaters, but again it is necessary to decide where to place those repeaters. So site planner is a software that can help the engineers to determine the best places for placing these repeaters, and hence they will be also simultaneously computing the available traffic and associated cost of the installation. So this is all about the repeaters that is used for improving the coverage and capacity in the cellular system. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you.